Now, the ninth race of the 2025 Formula One season was the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona. So for the qualifying, Oscar Piastri took another pole position, and in second position, his teammate lined up right next to him, which was Lando Norris, and in third position, you had Max Verstappen. Okay, so for the start of the Spanish Grand Prix, Piastri on pole position kept the lead into turn one. Max Verstappen slaughtered into second, and Lando Norris lost the place, to Max, and he slaughtered into third position. Okay, so Lando Norris was, he got second position. He got second position after the pit strategy, and that was really, really good for him because he was trailing Max, for majority of the race. But after the pit strategies, he managed to, climb back into second position where he started in the race. And on lap 56, there was a safety car. So from the safety car, Max Verstappen was in third position, and then Charles Leclerc was in fourth position. But what happened is, because Max was on a different strategy, he had a slower tire, so he ended up losing a position to Charles Leclerc. And when he ended up losing a position to Charles Leclerc for the podium position, he was a little bit, rattled, and, George Russell tried to pass him as well. So when George Russell tried to pass Max Verstappen, he ended up having contact, hitting George Russell, having contact with him. And that basically ruined his race, and he received a penalty for, having contact with another driver, forcing another driver off the track. So Max received a penalty for that, and that basically ruined his race, and, that was not good for him. And he was not happy about that as well. And so what happened is Oscar Piastri ended up winning the Spanish Grand Prix by 2 seconds from Lando Norris. And so towards the end, Lando was putting pressure on Oscar, but it just wasn't enough. And after this, the championship standings was Oscar Piastri with 186 points, and then Lando Norris with 176 points. So there was 10 points in between them, and then Max Verstappen was in third with 137 points. And the race classification went like this: Oscar Piastri was in first position, Lando Norris was in second position, Charles Leclerc was in third position, and Max Verstappen ended up finishing in 10th position, so he only scored 1 point. So looking at the championship standings, he only scored 1 point from the previous race, and that left him at least 49 points off the championship lead after the Spanish Grand Prix. So he had a huge mountain to climb. But if he didn't have that contact with George Russell, he could have finished in 5th position and collected a few more points. So that was very, very disappointing for Max Verstappen there. But the person that came out that race the most happiest was, Oscar Piastri, because he extended his World Championship lead by another 7 points. So the next race of the 2025 Formula One season would be the Canadian Grand Prix.